Hey guys, so after the whole leak situation, leak, God, I can't speak. This is what happens when you like run home from once and just make one video. Um, but no, so for those of you who don't know, there was a quote-unquote leak. Let me think. I want to say it was about 7 hours before we actually got the banner, because like the little things at the bottom, they leaked one of the characters on this banner, so everyone was like, "Oh my god, we know what game it is." Quite frankly, everyone was giving predictions. I'll say who I predicted at the end, but what do you call it? Essentially, there was no banner at the normal time. Everyone kind of assumed, oh, okay, so it is an actual leak. Then they released the banner at 8 o'clock. Now, I can't tell if this is an actual thing, because a lot of people are saying, oh, it's because it got leaked. It may not necessarily be because it got leaked. Like, right now, they're obviously doing a lot of updates and stuff. Like, they've changed how they show stuff on the banners and that. It could just be that they're doing it at the I say 8 o'clock. I mean 8 a.m. When the clock renews, that's when they're going to start doing these notifications. Because it always seemed a bit weird that it was just tailored, like, randomly, almost. Like, I think it's, like, midnight for America or something, or at least a good chunk of America. But in reality, it should probably just be when the game, like, clock resets, because that's when most people who are just the one-time players are going to log in, get their bonus, and then pop the heckles out. But, yeah, anyway, so I'm just going to jump straight into the banner. Here we go. Which, by the way, when I saw this on the way to the bus this morning, I died a little inside. Well, I'm also very grateful, and I'll explain why at the end. But so the sword battle.
Only one can wield the sword.
There we go. So we have Karla. She's beautiful. I'm actually shocked that intelligent systems like realize she exists. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way or anything. Like, it's just Karla is that like character who you can only get on a certain mode of the game, and you have to fill a really obscure like qualification condition. That's the word I'm looking for in order to get her. And most people who only played through the game once, like they have no idea who this character is. Like, it might make them go back and like see who she is, but in general, like, I wouldn't expect a lot of people to know who she is. And she's also kind of the oddball on this banner as well. But her voice actor hasn't done a lot. She did some stuff in Fate, and I really like her voice actor. And artist is Kita Senri, who's pretty cool. So. Yeah, so Vassal's Blade, accelerate special trigger, cooldown -1. If unit speed over foe speed, boosts damage dealt by 70% of the difference between stats. Maximum bonus of 7 plus damage, combos with Phantom Speed. I like how they had to include the Phantom Speed bit, because normally Phantom Speed doesn't affect Iris special. I'm just going to say this now, Karla could very well host competition against Mia and Ira, just by her weapon alone, right? So if you consider this, Ira's best setup involves a slaying edge. Vassal's Blade is a more powerful slaying edge, minus the refine ability, but who needs the refine, to be all fair, with extra damage built in the form of speed difference, and if Karla is as fast as she's probably going to be, yeah. Draconic Aura as well, so Karla's not known for the greatest attack growth, if I remember right. So this kind of implies they're going to give her a good attack stat. I don't know for sure. If she does, then I instantly think she'll probably be the best sword unit in the game. Stat distant counter on her, and she's already got Wrath as well. She'll be good to go. Wrath, as we all know, amazing skill. Really great on fast sword units. Even Speed Wave. So this is the next in the wave skills. Really, really solid skill. Obviously, it's dependent on what turn you're on. A lot of people are saying they'd prefer even, just because most matches actually start turn 2. But obviously, it's all dependent, because after that, it's really just like when you need it. But I think the wave skills are best on those units who can wait out other units, if that makes sense. So tanks and stuff, like, they're able to get quite a substantial boost. But Either way, it goes really well for her weapon, and for reference, in order to get the +7 damage, she needs to outspeed them by at least 10. Which means Phantom Speed alone will normally help you out, but even Speed Wave literally is +6. So you're getting a good head start there. And if she is really fast, let's say she's got base 37 speed, like not a lot is going to outspeed her, especially if she's plus speed, but she'll probably want plus attack in my opinion.
How can I refuse a fight?
I don't know why. It's just so amazing. Next up is the Hurricane.
Can't win in a fair fight. So.
Legault. His art is really pretty. Same artist who did Ares and Eldergun. Christopher Bevins has done a lot, but he's another DAG unit, and he's getting a lot of flack because people don't like his weapon. I'm going to reveal why I think his weapon's actually it could very well be the best dagger in the game. So let's look over the rest of his kit first. Glimmer, yeah, it's great if he's got good attack. If not, forget it. Swift Strike implies to me he's going to have good resistance, which I really hope so because of his weapon. And Attack Tactic, absolutely busted skill. Amazing to have this, especially with his ability to debuff. Like, he can boost both sides theoretically, but... Anyway, so the Cleaner Plus, despite its janitorial nickname, adds total bonuses on the foe to damage dealt during combat. After combat, if unit inflicts death/res -7 on target and foes within 2 spaces of the target through their next actions. So, essentially, this is a counter weapon to Blade Tomes. So, essentially, if a unit is boosted by +24, or be it like Horse Emblem and that, you deal that damage back at them. So it's essentially an anti-Blade Tome weapon. However, this is where I think daggers are going to get a really good niche. So daggers are obviously already ranged. There's the skill Dulled Range, where you can essentially give it to a high-res dagger unit. Like, I wouldn't say Felicia, for example, because she's generally got better options. But let's say the gold's got really good res. Slap that skill onto them, put them in the path of a Blade Tome. They ignore all the damage from the Blade Tome, and then get all the damage added to themselves on the Cleaner due to its ability, and then deal that back. And they really hard punish Blade Tomes, and just any general like boosted weapon. Like, is there a dagger unit with good defense and resistance? I want to say Matthew. Maybe, I don't know. But if there is, they would probably maybe be like the best unit. But Legault, New Year's Takumi, Spring Kagero, they'll all do amazing with this weapon in my opinion. If you want an anti-Blade Tome set, go for that. Because Dull Range plus the Cleaner in my opinion is going to be busted. Like, that is unless Dull Range ignores the buffs and stops it adding it to you. But hey, I have a Mel Morgan, so if I pull a Legault, sure, why not, I'll test it. But either way, moving on.
Gotta fight dirty.
A horse with wings is called a Pegasus.
It's Nino! So yeah, Nino was the character which was leaked. Everyone knew she was going to be a mounted unit. It was either a flyer or a horse because we saw the horse's head. She's a flying unit. I'm instantly going to say this now. Nino is going to be the best Green Tome unit in the game. Like, it's not hard to see why. Like, it basically, with alts, characters typically follow what they've had before, but a little bit better. Nino will probably just destroy with a Blade Tome. Like, she doesn't have a Blade Tome, but it's ironic that she has to commit Nino side. But, yeah.
Bet you didn't know that, did ya?
But yeah, so she has 5 skills. Giga Excalibur grants speed +3, and then the same effect as what Karla had. Probably going to be useful because of her speed and great for budget sets. However, like, Grand Blade, baby. Like, Grand Blade on a unit who's, like, if they're as fast as normal Nino, and they have the same sort of attack, like, she's doing 56 damage to this unit, like, yeah. Moonbow, solid beginning skill. Like, depending on what her defensive stats are like, she might prefer something else. Same with Glimmer, depending on how good her attack is. But in general, you can never go wrong with Moonbow. Swift Sparrow 2, as we all know, incredibly busted. A lot of people are claiming the unit's going to get demoted because she's like the unit with Sparrow and everyone's got Swift Sparrow. She's not going to get demoted. Like, if she gets demoted, I will generally be surprised. Like, because here's the thing. We've got what? So like 6 or 7 Swift Sparrow units now, and the only reason it doesn't feel like that is because none of them are 4-star. Literally every unit with Swift Sparrow is locked into the 5-star pool, or they're a limited edition unit. Like, intelligence system knows everybody wants Swift Sparrow, and they're gonna make you pull for Swift Sparrow fodder. Like, I don't ever think we'll get this skill at like 5-star or 4-star rarity until we get a definitive better version than Swift Sparrow. And that's not even saying Swift Sparrow is the best stay slot in this game. It's it's up there. But like brazen attack and speed and life and death are still incredibly valuable. But aerobatics, unit can move to a space adjacent to infantry, armored, or cavalry ally within 2 spaces. So a really solid skill. It's mainly meant for mixed teams. I don't like it as much as some of the other flyer skills, mainly because, like, if you're using her on a mixed team, you're probably using her for guidance support. But at the same time, she doesn't really need to be warping to them. They want to warp to her, typically. It basically means if you're planning to use guidance, you don't want to use this skill. I will say the one unit I could see really working well with this skill is Camilla, because of Camilla's axe and the whole cavalry thing, and she didn't have a way to really support cavalry units. This allows her to move towards cavalry units, while she could use flyer guidance as well if she really wanted to. But yeah, basically that's the only situation I see the skill coming in handy. And then finally, Speed Smoke. I'm not a huge fan. I think it's the worst of the smoke skills. Not by much, but in general, it's a sacred seal as well now. Like, you don't need to worry too much. But yeah. Also, I like damage or super effective art or whatever you want to call it. It's really pretty. Like, also, people. I had someone ask me if. Hold on, I'm going to pause it there. Which is actually really good because there's another thing I need to talk about. A lot of people are claiming Merrick's going to get back Giga Excalibur. He might do as a refine in the future, but it's not going to be his new refine, in my opinion. They've, like... But they're going to go and give him something else, I think. So, but yeah. Anyway, this line here, I think everyone's taking this to mean it's a Linus GHB. I'm just going to say, like, I'm not ruling it out that it is Linus who's the next Grand Hero battle. But just take it with a grain of salt, because this doesn't actually mean Linus is the next Grand Hero battle. I will show you why in a second. Where is it? Here we go. So, first off, everyone's getting a free Canas. He has Raw Owl. Sorry guys, I wanted him to have a legendary weapon. But, up here, Ursula. So, I honestly think if we were going to get a Grand Hero battle with Linus, they would have put Linus in this map rather than Ursula. That's just me. Like, it could obviously still happen, but that line is literally just her referring to other characters. Tons of characters have done that before. To characters who aren't even in the game. But I honestly think, because, like, if you look back at the last Fates banner we had, they put Male Kana in the maps as well. Like, I don't get why they would choose Ursula over Linus, or in general. Like, he might be in one of the other maps, let's say, but well, I get why Ursula's there, per se, because she's Black Fang, and surprise, this whole banner is to do with the Black Fang, except, like, Karla. Like, I know some people argue with Karas, but I guess, in a way, because he's related to people who get killed by Black Fang. Really good way of avoiding spoilers there, Kai. They're both, like, ironically and non-ironically. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it might end up being someone else. I couldn't say who, per se. It could be, like, Nergal or something. But, Like, just don't assume it's Linus, please. Like, because that line's not actually referring to Linus, like, as a character. It's like, for example, when they had Loki refer to Naglfar, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, line GHB coming up right away." We waited what, something like 4 or 5 months for it. But yeah, I just wouldn't. Don't assume anything yet, guys. Like, wait until the data mine comes out. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, they come out on the 8th, which today is the 5th. Yeah. So 3 days to go. Obviously, like, bit of a wait. The patch goes up on the 7th, I think. But yeah, either way, am I pulling? Part of me is really tempted for Karla, but at the same time, I don't think I am, because I'm not a huge fan of Nino. I mean, I really love this whole banner and everything it does for her characterization. Legault looks pretty cool, and Karla is Karla. But I'm not tempted to pull massively. I'm happy with who I've got at the moment. I still think budget Nino will be the Nino to go for if you just want a good green mage, because, like, why would you spend tons of orbs getting the same unit unless you're really invested in Fire Emblem? But yeah, if you want my opinion, if you should pull, well, obviously I can't say much now, but it's a solid sort of 4.5 out of 5 for me. The Legault is the only one I've got real doubts on. I'm sure Karla and Nino are going to be great. Legault, I think it really depends on the whole buffing that are at the moment, because everyone's turning to Spurs. But at the same time, it could be that everyone goes back to Blades with all the tactic skills and stuff. But yeah, either way though, that is everything. Like I said, I probably won't be summoning, so don't expect a summoning video from me. Yeah. In fact, don't expect summoning videos from me in a long time. Like, I don't plan on spending until Python comes out. I say this and then watch as they release a legendary hero that I want. Like how I spent my 50 orbs for Ryoma and got nothing. And I was too salty to post to YouTube. But yeah, no. Again, if you want to pull, I think it's a great banner to pull on. If you know someone who's looking to start the game, great banner to pull on. But anyway, until next time, I will see you soon, and goodbye.